Chapter 21. Prayer, the Power of Intent. For thousands of years, prayer has been used as a way of communicating with the ultimate intelligence of the universe. God, as it is commonly called, since the time immemorial, people have prayed to deities asking for help with difficult or insurmountable situations. But is prayer practical? Is it really a supreme being who listens and responds to our appeals? Or is it simply an impotent act of self-delusion, a means of psychological escape from the trials and tribulations of life? Prayer and the power of intention are fundamentally one and the same thing. Processes in which your mind has a particular focus, a healing, a desire, or an intervention of some kind. I cannot express the importance of this practice in my own personal transformation. I use the power of intention on a daily basis to choose what I desire from the field of infinite possibilities. Narrowing the focus of my mind and one-pointedly attending to the object of my desire not only brings about a response from the network of intelligence known as God or the universal mind, but it also disciplines my mind not to wander. When my mind is supremely focused, I become endowed with great clarity and direction. The power of intention is effective because thoughts shape reality. The scientific implications of the impact of thought on the universal mind are inextricably linked to our circumstances. Prayer, or the power of intention, is certainly not an impotent act of self-delusion. It is a highly practical pursuit which brings about amazing results. Whatever we hold intently in our minds, for example, whatever we are praying for or intending, will show up in the external world, so long as we adhere to certain criteria. If we intend on attracting the perfect partner, or ideal job, for instance, we must believe it with every rudiment of our being. We must also generate powerful feelings that support our beliefs. Alchemists are highly adept at this practice. I've seen people manifest partners, ideal careers, discern solutions to problems, achieve healings, and evoke amazing synchronicities time and time again. I've experienced it myself on innumerable occasions. However, remember the criteria. If you practice this process half-heartedly or with an element of disbelief, the effect of your mental transmission and its impact on the universal mind will be diluted. If this happens, you may experience difficulties or even no results at all. The following guide will assist you in optimizing your broadcasting technique, thus maximizing the power of intention. If you wish to radically transform your life and attain the object of your desires, then assimilate and practice the information and techniques below. 1. Specificity and clarity. Be specific and crystal clear as to what you want to achieve. Would you like to meet the ideal partner? Would you like to increase your income? Do you want to find the perfect career? Do you want to send healing to someone? Are you looking for a solution to a difficult problem? Whatever you desire, the power of intention will bring results. Specificity and clarity will increase the accuracy of your results. If you put a vague search string into Google, you will get ambiguous results. In the same way, if your intention is vague and you have no faith in it, the results will bear no fruits. 2. Strengthen the connection. Know you are a part of an infinite web of relationships, a mosaic of connections linking everything and everybody. You are not separate from the object of your desire, person, place, or thing. You are already connected to it. As a single computer is connected to millions of others of computers via the World Wide Web, you are connected energetically to everything and everyone. To achieve or attain the object of your desire, you simply have to enhance the connection with it telepathically. 3. Imagination equals image in action. A picture paints 1,000 words is a famous statement that holds so much truth. Remember, the word imagination has its roots in the Latin word imago, which means image. Therefore, imagination is the image-forming capacity of the mind. Imagining a desire, picturing it vividly in your mind, is far more powerful than simply thinking about it. Prayers and intentions are amplified by adding the power of your imagination. Hold an image of your desired object or outcome in mind. Make it vivid. Turn up the contrast and brightness. Associate into it. For example, experience it directly as though it was really happening. If you desire a new job, live out the experience in your mind. Engage all your senses and turn them inwardly. Feel, hear, see, smell, and taste your desire. The brain cannot differentiate between imagination and actuality. As you imagine your desire, you will create neural pathways to support its manifestation. The more definition you give to your internal experience, the more success you will achieve. 4. Believe it with every rudiment of your being. It is crucial to energize your prayers and intentions with the power of belief. If you listen to a radio in your garden on a sunny day and the volume is low, the broadcast will only reach the ears of those in close proximity. Likewise, if your intentions are not amplified by the power of belief, they will not penetrate the web of relationships of the universal mind sufficiently to secure the desired result. Believe, 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 and it will happen. 5. Relinquish control. Once you have broadcasted an intention, let go and trust the ultimate intelligence of the universe to provide the perfect result. Sometimes our idea of the perfect result is different from that of the supreme intelligence of the universe. So, we need to trust wholeheartedly. When we attach to a specific outcome to our desires, we restrict the natural flow of energy between ourselves and the universe. On many occasions, I have intended a desire and received an unexpected result. Yet, in every instance, I received something much better than I could have ever anticipated. 6. Open to receive. Sometimes an intention may be blocked energetically by an underlying belief. If you find your intentions are not manifesting as you would like them to, ask yourself whether you feel that you are truly worthy and deserving of receiving. If not, then revisit the inner child exercises in Chapter 26. Some people, as a result of negative indoctrination or religious dogma, believe it's inappropriate to have desires. Thus, they inadvertently repel their desires from an unconscious level. Create the necessary space to receive your desire. Jettison the negative indoctrination. Know that you are indeed deserving of your desire. 7. Synchronicity. Accentuate your awareness and look out for the signposts, further evidence linking mind and matter. Have you ever experienced a surreal moment in which you anticipated something happening? A feeling of being suspended in another dimension? Time appears to stand still, and your awareness heightens to such an extent that you experience a knowing. A person, place, or thing inexplicably enters your mind. You find yourself deeply intrigued. You are compelled to make the connection. Suddenly, the phone rings, or a person turns up in your life, and the connection is made without any effort. Or perhaps you have a chance encounter with someone on the street, and they appear to emanate an iridescent glow, or take on an unusual demeanor. You feel a strong connection, a strange sense of familiarity. Yet you are certain you have never met this person before. Again, the meeting turns out to be highly significant. What's it all about? How and why does it occur? These mysterious happenings are known as quantum experiences, moments in which the underlying intelligence of the universe strengthens the connection between a strong need within your psyche and the object of your desire. Mind and matter are inextricably linked. In reality, you have no physical boundaries. You are entangled energetically to everything and everyone. The external world is an extension of your internal world, as the following story reveals. Example: George. George mused over the following questions. Should I uproot my family and take a new position down south? This question had remained prominent in his mind for a fortnight. But now the deadline loomed, and he had to make a decision. His family were happy to make the move, but he was apprehensive, worried about leaving a job that had provided him with stability for years. Later that day, he visited a bookshop and randomly opened a book. The following quote by T.S. Eliot jumped out at him. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far they can go. His intuition ignited. Without hesitation, he accepted the new position. 1 year later, his old firm went into liquidation. 5 years hence, his new career exceeded all expectations. He now holds the position of managing director. Such stories are extremely common. Eminent psychiatrist and influential thinker Carl Jung believed that such surreptitious happenings constituted a glimpse of the raison d'être of the universe. In accordance with the findings of modern physics, he believed in an underlying web of relationships, through which everything and everybody is connected. He coined the term synchronicity to describe what he called the causal connecting principle that links mind and matter. According to Jung, such synchronicities occur when a strong need arises in the psyche of an individual. Synchronicities are not mere coincidences. They are signposts from the omnipresent intelligence of the universe. Signposts come in many forms: dreams, lines, and passages from books, other people, meaningful songs, chance events. The list increases ad infinitum. To recognize signposts, you must retain a high level of awareness, as they're often revealed in subtle ways. We are continuously receiving signposts, but many of them go unacknowledged as we succumb to the hypnosis of life's conditioning. Like radio transmissions, we need to tune in to receive them. Let me relay a personal story that occurred relatively recently. Example 1. Uncovered in the nick of time. During the course of writing this material, I became aware of the importance of the book cover. It had to capture people's attention and invoke intrigue and curiosity. This thought remained at the forefront of my mind for a few days. After a few days of pondering, I received an email informing me that someone had contacted me via a website that specializes in reuniting old school friends. I hadn't used this website in years, but my details had remained there for people to see. I promptly retrieved the email and found that it was from an old school friend, Nick, who I hadn't seen in 35 years. After an exchange of texts and emails, we decided to meet. When Nick arrived at the agreed place, I noticed he was carrying a huge folder. After he filled me in on the missing years, he asked, would I like to see some of his work? When he revealed the contents of his folder, I was amazed at the quality of the work he had produced. Subsequently, he informed me that after taking a degree in art, he worked as a graphic designer. Bingo! The universe had responded in the contents of my psyche. My intention had been answered. Nick had worked for TV, magazines, and book publishers. He was a genius when it came to graphic design. I promptly asked him if he would design the book cover for this book, and he said he would be honored to. How amazing! Yet another example of the interconnectivity of everything and everybody. Exercise. Heightening awareness. From this point forth, ask yourselves the following questions frequently. How is my external environment mirroring my internal disposition? What subtle happenings appear to be providing me with direction? What people, places, or things am I unexplainably drawn to? What is my gut feeling telling me? Pay heed to these signposts. Don't dismiss anything as insignificant. As your awareness heightens, you will find that your world is transformed into a wonderful adventure playground